I also want to introduce another friend, and this is Jennifer Stoddart. Jennifer Stoddart has had a long and distinguished career in public service, was previously the Privacy Commissioner for Quebec, and is now the Federal Privacy Commissioner in Ottawa. I'm very glad that she's here. Over the years, we've built up an increasingly good relationship with that office and with Jennifer herself. She's taken a keen interest in the kind of work that we're doing in our various projects. So I couldn't think of anyone better, actually, to come and give us a few comments this afternoon. So thank you very much indeed, Jennifer.
Thank you, David. Thank you, everybody. And I know I'm the only thing between you and happy hour now, so I too will be brief. Anyway, I'm here to celebrate this project, to congratulate you all who are part of it, as it will certainly help to inform the global debate about ever-expanding surveillance. It's such an impressive research team. I learned more about it from your presentation, David, and I didn't realize I have a whole list of Canadians here, or people based in Canada, and I didn't realize there were people in Mexico, France, and the Netherlands, and so on. So this is extremely impressive. You all know from the point of view of the Office of the Privacy Commission, we recognize that Professor David Lyon has made a very significant contribution to privacy studies in Canada. He's brought an important new perspective, pioneering a focus very little looked at until now on the social impact of privacy issues. He's highlighted the risks of social sorting, as he calls it, based on the huge amounts of personal information collected about all of us each day. My office funded one of Professor Lyon's research projects on location technologies through our contributions program. And that project, completed in 2005, explored the potential social impacts resulting from the spread of location technologies. It pointed out how location-based service markets will be used as a means of tracking, profiling, and sorting different types of customers, travelers, workers, and citizens. Through our contributions program, we've also funded, and I'm mentioning them because they're part of the overall research program, Professor Colin Bennett, Location-Based Service and the Surveillance of Mobility and Analysis of Privacy Risks in Canada, 2005. Professor Andrew Clement, two projects as part of a group, as I remember, implementing PIPEDA, Review of Internet Privacy Statements and Online Practices, 2005. And just last year, CanID, Visions for Canada's Identity Policy, Understanding Identity Policy and Policy Alternatives, a team project with Privacy International, as I remember. So at my office, we strongly believe in the importance of privacy research. That's why I thought it was important to be here today. Why? Because research can help guide our advice to Parliament. It helps our understanding of how Canada's privacy laws, one as bad as it is, should be administered. Over the past 5 years that I have been in this office, we've contributed $1.5 million to the contributions program. So it's little bits, but I think it does add up to, I hope, a significant contributions. Some of the main themes explored to date have been consumer privacy, marketplace compliance, guidance for privacy professionals, business organizations, health information, privacy and technology, surveillance, and workplace privacy. And we'll be announcing the list of recipients for 2008 very soon, and I'm sure there are candidates from Queen's University. In fact, I know they are. So David Lyon and all the other members of this impressive project, your project will be examining, from my point of view, key questions. I'll be extremely interested to hear your findings on the social consequences of surveillance for both institutions and for ordinary people. Why the fear, but yet the buy-in to a surveillance society? A question that I'm constantly asked by the media. What about the role of business and technology in promoting innovative types of surveillance, something that both David Lyon and I agree and I see in my work is an increasing trend. The gadget is there. Why not buy it? You'll be safer, smarter, more enhanced. How do different generations and societies react to this as privacy commissioners around the world attempt to come together through different cultures, different laws, different political systems faced with a common phenomenon? And that's one of my current challenges. How does increased surveillance change our behavior? How does this cause and effect vary by type and frequency of the surveillance and the identity and the resources of those surveyed? What effect do normative frameworks have on the deployment of surveillance structures and their effect on those surveyed? Those were some of the questions I just asked myself, even more recently than you, coming down in the car. Surveillance legislation in Canada and other countries was designed with traditional data protection concepts in mind. The collection of personal information determined whether we are eligible for a particular government benefit. For example, surveillance for other purposes raises more complex questions for privacy protection. Your research can help us better understand the constantly changing surveillance environment so that we at the OPC can address its new challenges. Surveillance and social sorting are not new phenomenon, as Professor Lyons said. Familiar to us is the effective spiring of Good Queen Bess and the rigid caste system of medieval Europe, to take two examples in our own society. But surveillance now is a more vast, more effectively managed, and can focus on the minutiae of our lives. Unlike eligibility for government benefits or participation in a class-defined society, contemporary social sorting is often invisible and intangible, thus your title, The New Transparency. Those who are its objects may never apprehend how choices have been made for them. Societies like ours require that its citizenry benefit from autonomies of individuals and from equality of opportunity. To what extent does a 21st century version of surveillance modifies this? Finally, I applaud the plan that you have demonstrated to publish your findings not only in academic journals and popular publications throughout the 7 years, in blogs and other interactive media venues. Surveillance and its impact on privacy are issues people should be debating around the water cooler, I think. So in concluding, thank you very much for inviting me here. I see a lot of friends in the audience. Good luck with your project. We'll be watching you very carefully and watching the results very carefully. And I can't say enough about how important this project is to the administration of Canada's privacy laws. Thank you. Thank you, David.